You know, they say loneliness is a silent crisis for us seniors. But have you ever thought it might be killing your garden too? We often treat plants like statues. We stick them in the dirt, all alone, and walk away. But imagine, just imagine, being stuck next to a neighbor you have nothing in common with for 5 whole months. Stressful, isn't it? Well, your plants feel that stress, and when they are stressed, they get sick. They attract pests, they stop producing, and we end up thinking we failed at gardening, when really we just failed at matchmaking. Today, for Valentine's Day, we are not talking about chocolates or roses. We are talking about marriages in the soil, relationships that save your aching back, save your pension money, and save your harvest. Wait until you see the third pairing. It is like giving your garden bunk beds, and you will get double the food from the same tiny space. Let's start with the most famous couple in the garden world, tomatoes and marigolds. Now, many people think this is just an old wives' tale, something grandma made up. But according to the book Great Garden Formulas, there is real science here. And I want to share it with you, because understanding why something works makes you a smarter gardener, not just a lucky one. You see, deep underground, there are invisible monsters called nematodes. They are microscopic worms, thinner than a human hair, that attack tomato roots. They create these awful knots that stop the plant from drinking water. It is heartbreaking to watch a plant wither when you have done everything right, isn't it? But marigolds, they are the protectors. Their roots release a secret weapon, a natural chemical called alpha-terthioneal. Think of it like a no trespassing sign that these pests can smell from a mile away. It does not kill them outright. It just makes your tomato bed the last place they want to be. It is like having a grumpy but loyal bodyguard standing next to your precious tomatoes, working the night shift while you sleep. The best part for us, you do not have to carry that heavy sprayer on your back. You do not need harsh chemicals that smell terrible and make you worry about your grandkids touching the plants. You just plant a flower. Nature does the heavy lifting, so your joints do not have to. And here is a bonus tip. Plant the marigolds about 6 to 8 inches away from the tomato stem, not right on top of it. You want their roots to mingle underground, but you do not want them competing for the same water bowl. Think of it like good neighbors, with a friendly fence between them. One more thing. Choose French marigolds, the shorter varieties, not the tall African ones. The French types, especially the variety tangerine, have the highest concentration of that protective chemical. Nurseries do not always tell you this, but now you know. This pairing works in every USDA zone where tomatoes grow, from Zone 3 all the way to Zone 10. And marigolds are completely safe around dogs, cats, and curious grandchildren. No worries there. Next, let's look at a love story about sacrifice, cucumbers and radishes. If you have ever grown cucumbers, you know the pain of the cucumber beetle, those little striped devils. One day, your vine is healthy and climbing. The next day, it is wilted from bacterial wilt. It makes you want to give up gardening altogether, doesn't it? But Mel Bartholomew, in his brilliant book, All New Square Foot Gardening, taught us to be smarter, not to work harder. He taught us to think like a chess player, not a soldier. We plant radishes around the cucumber hills, not for us to eat, though you can if you want, but mainly as what is called a trap crop. The beetles love the radish leaves more than the cucumber vines. They are irresistible to them. Think of the radish as the hero of this movie. It takes the hits. It sacrifices its beauty so the cucumber can thrive and give you those crisp, cool cucumbers all summer long. In a good marriage, sometimes one partner protects the other. That is what is happening right here in your soil. Now here is the insider trick. You do not need a lot of radishes. Just 4 to 6 plants per cucumber hill is enough. Plant them at the same time you plant your cucumber seeds. The radishes will sprout first in about 4 days, and they will be standing guard by the time the beetles show up. And here is what nobody tells you. Once the radishes have done their job, usually by midsummer, you can pull them out. They have served their purpose. You can even toss them in the compost. They are warriors that have completed their mission. This pairing works beautifully in zones 3 through 10, anywhere cucumbers grow. And both cucumbers and radishes are safe around pets. No toxic worries. Would you rather spend your Saturday morning hand-picking beetles off your vines? Or would you rather let a few radish plants do that work for you? While you sit on the porch with a cold drink, I know which one I choose. Finally, let's talk about living together in peace without stepping on each other's toes. Lettuce and carrots. As we get older, we cannot just double the size of our garden. Digging new beds is hard work. Our backs remind us of that. We need to be efficient. We need to be smart. According to traditional planting plans for kitchen gardens, and this wisdom goes back centuries, these two are the perfect roommates because of something called root architecture. Sounds fancy, but it is really simple. Lettuce has shallow roots. They spread out wide, but stay. In the top 4 to 6 inches of soil, they feed on the topsoil, where all the good compost and nutrients sit. Carrots have a deep taproot. They dive down deep, sometimes 10 to 12 inches, searching for water and minerals down below. It is exactly like a bunk bed. Lettuce sleeps on the top bunk. Carrots sleep on the bottom bunk. They never kick each other. They never fight for space or water or food. They are the most polite roommates you will ever meet. This means you get double the harvest from the same square foot of soil. Less weeding because the ground is covered. Less space to manage. More food on the table. And you did not have to dig 1 extra inch. Now, here is the bonus tip that will make this pairing even better. Plant your carrot seeds first. Carrots are slow to germinate, sometimes taking 2 weeks. Then, about 5 days later, sprinkle your lettuce seeds in between the carrot rows. The lettuce will sprout fast, in about 3 to 5 days, and it will act as a living mulch. It shades the soil, keeps it moist, and helps those slow carrot seeds germinate without drying out. It is like the lettuce is babysitting the carrots until they get big enough to stand on their own. And here is the beautiful part. You will harvest the lettuce first, usually in about 30 to 40 days. By the time you pull the lettuce out, the carrots are just hitting their growth spurt. They get the full bed to themselves right when they need it most. It is a relay race. One finishes, the other takes over. No wasted time. No wasted space. This pairing works in zones 2 through 10. Lettuce loves cool weather and carrots are tough survivors. Both are completely safe around pets and grandkids. You can grow this combo in a raised bed, a container on your patio, or even a small corner of your yard. Would you rather manage 2 separate beds and do twice the watering and weeding? Or would you rather let these 2 share space like good neighbors and cut your work in half? I think you know the answer. Gardening should not be a war against nature. It should not be about chemicals and sprayers and fighting invisible enemies until your back gives out. It should be a romance, a partnership, a conversation between you and the soil that has been going on for thousands of years. So this Valentine's Day, do not just plan your garden. Matchmake it. Let the marigolds protect the tomatoes. Let the radishes take the hit for the cucumbers. Let the lettuce and carrots share a bunk bed and double your harvest without doubling your work. Let nature take care of the hard work so you can sit back, rest your knees, and enjoy the beauty of it all. If you want to join our little community of wise gardeners, people who understand that smart beats hard every single time, please subscribe. We are all growing older, but we can certainly grow wiser together. And I want to hear from you. Which pairing are you going to try first this spring? The Bodyguard marigolds, the hero radishes, or the bunk bed lettuce and carrots? Leave a comment and let me know. I read every single one, and I love hearing your stories. Happy Valentine's Day, my friends. May your garden be full of love, and may your harvest be full of abundance.